This is Boadu TV. Truth and integrity.
We shall have Boadu TV. Yama muna ukaba famda na wohwe kwan a Ghana mampanyi yi atum ene Ofankor kwan no we yi atum se da ne kwam sa ho eso mo bae no 7 months ni na infuturo pa ende mahama ye edem se ya enkwada na efele no o say it is about time say ye hwe nkrofo ni politicians so NPP ni o NDC ni hwe nanim ka chan say wona wo ye Napo yes sir time na wo education minister na o shase e na one track na one track double track na green track ene ye nne na kwala ye fili poto but eja bi kan Solomon usu nyina ti aja so.
So we, the branch executives and polling station agent, work for Boadu to come and chop, okay? Now, I mean, from yesterday, we have messages maybe about say and I mean, what you are talking about. Relative to Boadu, what appointment and your dear mano? The appointment now at least yes, they will be able to find out whether or not deserving. But now make a say in as much as ama the grassroots, the polling station agent, branch executives, even constituency executives, even up to the regional level, there are some pocket of individuals directly they may not be NDC. But Oshe Ejumana Wamu Yanwa, they are Ghanaians and they deserve it. And beyond the politics, spectacle no bacho ayabumi and Shegana Chekakra. You want Crophobi one word him says Cropho with their mind before pa a cat 3 minutes. No man who start buying a co-position number 20 NDC, we want no money appointments and Cropho dear Massa Yabakoma Mukuruma. But few people are ABI or directly NDC. No, I mean you don't talk much about it. My example, say Adebachi. Now Yamubi to say divine chroma appointment. I don't have a problem because and somewhere divine chroma kind a shapey Ghana for journey. Am I to abeti as a sabron samun nebusiafo? You understand what I'm saying? Adebachi no bit say Solomon Wusu of UP Plus communications director when your appointment. I don't have a problem because Solomon Wusu juma ma mind Ghana Emma Ghana for yetene afe apim infin pinunia dununa yabato no a yekumono. There's a pocket of people like that. Moment to me, actually, maybe even on Facebook, ABNA, me ref. Obi say Charles McCarthy, Minia. Obi to say, Ninia Koduya Boa. All those guys. I mean, they work so directly. They may not profess the NDC agenda, and I say directly, no. They may not even be seen with paraphernalia of ABA NDC. Well, we have paraphernalia now be brainwa a use one political party there. But ABA and Sambia one kind, it was able to change a certain focus. But I'm say, so please, in as much as you to make sure the government does what is right, there are some appointment. But all the same, now you kai abino so say me betenasia. I'm here because of the grassroots. I'm here because of the downtrodden. One day WASSCE hono. Into your koswa kai abayne say, you say Rome was not built in a day. Better chene kakra kakra. Mani nsi. WASSCE no ho. And maybe we should also add say John Dramani Mahama is just one person. Iti uye minister na unso watena unsa WASSCE. Uye MC no watena unsa WASSCE. Uye DC, uye mayor, uye member of parliament of this government. ABA President Mahama Nintimen Kono. You become the president at that moment. So na be ya onkrofo no so any beje. Na 2028 oba wa me NN bia masa no NN ana mo amoto akase masa enche munya sensem no master tiji akatu enche ben. I think she's the head mistress or so. Yes. Na o chirichiri mu abofra wo ba suku. Na abofra no nya 14. A grade 14. And yet abofra nintimen tro ni din. That child couldn't get one sentence right, because of this mass production thing we are doing. Now, Oyania at that Facebook, and now I shall say free English. Let me start from social studies. In 2022, I'm a frano enya 71.51%. That is from A1 to C6. in 2023, I'm offering you 76.76%. Not to say akosro. Then in 2024, it dipped from 76% to 71%, a whooping 5.6% under free so. As if we will do better, in 2025, it has dipped further from 71 to 55%. Look, this is a worrying trend. It just say you're journey home with all seriousness as a country. This is not just even about politics. Yeah, that's yes, and me, I don't know what you'll be back. Is because of sending ye free SHS basa and any resource ye nyanini. And any resource ye nyanini. Kodako school na wakwako suya de bosome. Wabetre fie bosome mienu. What were you expecting? What were you expecting? Obi ko school ne maamia and a shadow boa afei aban say hey aduane ye de mama mo aduane nso enko. Omunya aduane ni na woni di ya obedende ye fumpan ashen aben adwentie ben na benya wo de besua de yen don't stand square ko su kra nje eto de bia ye na for guess no ebi pese e kiroma de a ye se ne munko e sokin simra enu mpo sokin sim no ye de beba ase adwenkese a chese betimi e de anya aduane ye de no da bi ye wo aduane no we etu pese me kira wade de akopɛ gari brenti wo ye den wo de gari ni beba nan de wo so abo ase wo kire ne ya na so de asua de ne de tete yi ba cha na make no ti ase eti putogum hwegum no ene de yabedru ha we must look straight into the eyes of Nana Otu Darko Akufo-Addo, Honorable Educhum, former Minister of Education and the first education minister under Nana Otu Darko Akufo-Addo, Matthew Opoku Prempeh. We should tell them, say, they are the reason why we are here. We should be bold and tell them they are the reason why we are here. How can you implement a free SHS without a policy document? Are we comedians in this country? I grow here this one. Such an important arena, such an important area of education, near implemented without policy document. Parliament should have struck that thing out in the first place. We should look straight, born into the teacher ding. Young country say, more county the young mofana fairly and move on. Your baby say politics and you're not doing it. Won't you say to free Ghana? I don't care. Me can't crash it here. I mean, what are you talking about? Apart from say Munfa and Yemanko, your Parent Teachers Association, if you go to schools in this country now a PTA and I see a certain blocks, I'm a student. PTA and I see a certain assembly halls, I'm a school. PTA and I see a certain dormitory, I'm a school. PTA timisi a certain house near the obedient to so. Parent Teachers Association, Sikano generating no de aye nepa. If there was PTA, are you saying they couldn't have contributed and got some grains and answer emo to support feeding in the senior high schools? No, kokotako. Menkwameye. And a guye, a guafa. And I'm afraid, Edia Bombay. I mean, it's so sad. I am not discounting, say, a bandana no chairman. One or two things. Osha, is it? When you mean myself in the computer, some coach say, is it iPad? Tablet. That was a fantastic idea. The only challenge with the tablet, they say, and yes, I'm coming here to general tablet. Who's the Honorable Minister of Education? I don't say, I don't be no. Oh, auntie, I pono. Oh, I want to want, and I'm announcing. Pono. Yam Kaya, Mr. Shame, Honorable Arena. Was my friend on the Bubakone Puno? What can I so? Odin say, "Usua diffusing." You do osmosis here. What happen? No. Now what happen? Now, Obasunya say Omasim. Respectfully, I'm not saying so many yes, sir, but I'm saying that there are pockets of them are be a tablet, no. As a tablet, no academic specific. But sometimes, anyways, you want the child to want to Google and also have added knowledge and all those ones. So I know the Oblemu Akufo-Addo and those are some of the good things. They were able to do, but generally, sa free SHS for now, ye ukrum hanadie, and surprise them, Mahama. Send your reset agenda, you are dama, you have to reset it, and I'm happy we have somebody like Haruna Idrusu. I'm happy we have somebody like Haruna Idrusu as Minister of Education, and I'm sure, sir, he will be able to turn things around. and yɛma yɛni nkɔ saa STEM education ho na ɛmwan because send ye kwane de I'm sorry yɛma yɛnimre in the first place free SHS ya will nationalize wa uni and it's one of the problems akwame a microphone failure. You see, you go to Montessori schools and they have a definite number of enkwada ebetimi atena classroom. It in some classroom no ebia yamane mro 7 ebia yamane mro 30 yamane mro 20. In fact, there are other schools they are supposed to be a definite number in line with GES rules near there. But because of the mass production, you repeat akwala. W, ya catch ministers who catch headmasters. You cannot repeat akwada no bonkra maninko because government has made allocation for that child. It will repeat akwala is as if the government aboka. So government does not care about abofrano quality of learning, but government cares about a car so there should be mass production. Now mama boom boom affair amoka say look, hey, all the matches ewura machine matches nebepi. Udi nsuo egu machine mu a nsuo ne bepie wodi apetashi egu machine mu a apetashi ne bepie garbage in garbage out ne amode sha mafre no mu no resource no na manya mo fa ne sa na ye kwayanim no ye nsuade foforo and I'm happy that there's a new government in place, a new government that is ready to reset the Haruna administration o ma ye kra say o be ye niam yi enra so me ka zembi mo sesa okwan ya fa so suade de bia meka na sa okwan na fa so de ende etimi me yenye hwe wi ase we will become a third world country because say nyankopon beba if this kind of academics ne besua de forget about it. Forget about it cry that kind of any man na chire school no A for apple, B for ball, no problem. O de ebetimi akoso asua but actually look mun train kwala no se na hyehyɛ machines ne niema tale mun train kwala no hydraulics by now, Muncha Kwalanso no betimako space near dear. Where near my SU? Now, a lion has a tea. He has a show me your heady. This is my heady. Show me your stomach. This is my stomach. Show me your leggy. This is my leggy. Show me your eye. This is my eye. Show me your nosi. That is a nose. No. This is my nosi. And could that we show me your body. I mean, the crack is saying. Okay, so live on Accra 100.5 FM. Saying so, Yagusu Eddie Jumedi and so Kwame. Ugusu Puso Humano. Me pese yehwesi betimenya Ministry of Education. Na omonso yebiso some reforms and Ghana Education Service. Na omonso yaji omanu to kakra. Because enankasa no I want to. Nam pese me kakra fa the transport system. But nam person can view with education, you know, and son am view of. But it doesn't matter. I mean, caught into the transport system. Senior Ministry of Education, and I say yenya a Ghana Education Service. Na no medin kuma. Kwa me yenchia Honorable Sami Jemfi. Kwa me yebeko. I mean, he's a fantastic man. So me say, oh, by now they say it's waba. Oh, by now waba the day. By now waba. And the crime in a peri chatty by now about Yancha Honorable Sami Jemfi. Boy saying you want come back, Sammy. Oh no. Those who know. Come watching him. So I mean make an opportunity say Sami Jemfi, we a fantastic guy. Sami Jemfi. Meet me edeme me salary a tria a minute akanyina kanuma my boarding. We a fantastic guy. Masa Masa also to boy. See, Timina Sami Jemfi be 50 okroma. I mean, will be a bit of picture. Timu Amaka Musia Sami Jemfi. So Sami Mutima de Rodo. Sami Jemfi. O Napo. Kwam. Enra. Kola B3 Adwini CBB so. And Kola Mpacho Facha me rare fielding and kami boarding show when you nyam. Na it's a view I've also held for a very, very long time. And I am a master me bisa ne say Ghana mpanyimfo nti aburuchire no omunkubiana. That's the question I keep asking. And me bisa same way. I'm saying shall say beside when President Atamios president Ana Ora Mahama buy na maybe said the same thing. Nana Akufo-Addo buy na maybe said the same question. John Mahama Siamba, I am still asking say empanyimfo no NDC NPP for empanyimfo no mutu kwan a aya buruchi hono mo no enema panel ho no mo pesom de bi beba krom ha no ana. And Kwame, but he's a minister of transport, a nice guy. So let me be careful with some of the things I say. But we are a nice guy, and I say, Masa, look, every minister, every MCG, Obibia, you are reneging on your job. Otu Darko is here to make you sit and work on your toes. Because your media grow krumha. If there are prophecies from people like Odifo Tevin, so was saying this maybe 16 years, and you guys must work to merit your 16 years stay in government. It doesn't make sense to me, Kwam. Ministers, you kwa broche, ebi one more kofa bus, kofa train, enim say, bus way to Sabri. No mako join any bus, no. Wabani Kromwa, on care the trust system in his own country. Minister Free Krom Hanum, Eko Obi Manso, say UK, say America, say Canada, say China, say Japan, say Korea, nim say train to this very time. Now one drew onto my train between you. It will be a 5 minutes to time, no, and 15 minutes to time, no. Minister no or train after the train system near Juma, or Bani Kruman and Refi. And I'm busy say it is something for no more bruchra, one kusia ding. Ladies and gentlemen, there are times we must come together as a people to put our leaders on toes. It doesn't matter if they belong to NDC or they belong to NPP.
About 5:30, 6. Go to do.
To do. Okay. Yeah, Accra to do. Accra Central.
Cocoa board.
Okay.
Inimonum.
Okay.
Accra Central.
Okay.
Nipa peka.
Nipa dom. Omunya.
Then I ask myself, say,
Ayalolo
si yo yede.
Come on.
Metro Mass is yo yede. And it's unbelievable.
Kwame.
It is unbelievable.
A country that is not serious.
Ayalolo.
Or my own dream in my
phone.
It's basic.
Metro Mass is yo yede. Senior.
Baby, that's what I say you.
Haya dankwa.
Dankwa ya.
Oko sheni pa.
Iguo.
Epeka. Ediako circle. Aswa.
Kaswa crowd here where so? Kwam. One with John La Paz.
Uko do Kaneshi. Now kusheni pa epeka. Now we be sound say. Transport minister.
Transport minister.
The first oyeden.
The first one is saying. Transport minister.
Ask myself. It's Ayalolo.
Prime Minister di mami. Transport minister di mami. Fan picture to mami na. Transport minister ni picture to.
Hwe. On say nipa dodo a yen mo efo trotro no ye doors say omo mkra private cars.
Yes.
Na ubetime gina. Oh no. Ubetime gina.
Such a responsible man. Papa na pray. When so me penasem o.
Open asem say.
When I transport minister.
Ubetime gina o na so sa almost 1 hour.
There be any honorable Mr. Say wo dia me pacho.
Me paninya ni ya ka so nya de ni.
Na de wa ya de ni ya na me kan ya. Say me chance me nim say papa we.
Na unim say papa we ejuma o ye na ejuma o ye ezo we ni.
Na so me ni anka meka. Na me kire yi.
Yan mo efu trotro de ye gire na 1 hour na
be so kire say.
Ti enya crowd.
No, ba kwa me e fa nya agudi
enye.
Yeah, enye.
Just last week na me ne KOJ Kofi.
Minister ni de na to Facebook.
Me suggested my KOJ. Because baby e kofa to do you kofa we graphic road. Na odim say nana ebinum timi nanti fiti graphic road. Fiti graphic road.
Okay.
E ko Kaneshi.
Onyaka. Na ba kwa me. I didn't say we see. Etra me say see omutu kwan.
When a national security threat.
No security threat.
Say nipa pe transport e da kofi.
No, a security threat. A national security threat. I'm telling you.
Serious.
Now look at enye na say na a Greater Accra regional minister ene Tetegbaja. Ma be ye Achimota street lighter. Kwame, na nken krofo e ho no mu gina mu nya kwenti e so mu fa sa route no so. Ni din di Joseph Bukari Nikpe. Joseph Bukari Nikpe. Joseph Bukari Nipe mebo dia ko say wo dia yellow beba Joseph
no say ayalolo
Nipe
Nana
na say na say na say
yes na we metro mass
ni na say
but sa buses no esi si oyeden
kwa me media ni say wo do mu release no during rush hours per mame
yes
anopa from say ahenemache 5
na see anopa nyo
that's what I'm saying omu releasing from say ahenemache 4 okay because ya mame mu kokurum
no 4-5
oh say ebi mu konkrante mu
yes
it omu releasing ahenemache be 4 and ya kan me patro nya nkran asempe ne yeka we are talking about the capital regions of Ghana eti nya nkran penya Ghana uko Kumase uko Tamale uko Kofodua uko Cape Coast especially nkran Kumase munya say adwuma ne mayen omu releasing from 4 ebia by 9 odi some person ko home ya omu ko home then anwumre no mo samra time from 4 ebeye anadwo beye say 11 no mapon
nana udim denti a ye call for this abanenye sawen because nana ebedu enumre no GPRT for the cars ne concerned drivers for normal cars omu move ko ekwa ebi ensam ma
ayfo
meka those
private car truck
say about 6 that were loading now or the car caswa
yes
maybe what call amasaman or the call oyarifa inis
ekwanemu anti bi o ma bio
obu a ma opon
anti shortage ba
sure what I say so we are calling on the government transport minister
yes
ayalolo ne si oyeden
yes
metro mass esi oyeden
Joseph Bukari Nipe
o ti say
honorable Joseph Bukari Nipe
enime say ekobo 5-6
yes
uo udu kokobode ni mo no
ehwo de ewo
akrasa twa ho
ekwa kantamanto no so ehwo de yin tade
o kan hyi honom tudu honom
ehwo no
onyaka
kwame onyaka eji so nante ba wanim esa wonante aba dabraka
what we are saying because minister an ote ne ka viet
onti onim ya
onim yen ma efo trotro
so minister pa
you witness
minister pa ye betimi na ko junction to junction
yes
we will avail our time
ne so obenya trotro afa
we will minister no fa kan ko ye nyina ekogina no ma petrotro na hwe wo be this guy so ho na so obenya trotro
onim dia ma aden ka ye warren apart for say kana wunya traffic even trotro ni e dey ba no kra
Charlie Kwame
that's the dey ba no
it's bad yankasa magana for mo bre it's bad David Semekonovo or say sometimes we walk from Accra to Ablekuma.
Yes.
If you know Accra to Ablekuma, you understand what the guy is saying.
Nobody nyaka.
Yes.
Okay, skapa no so nyaka.
Boadu Ignacio say okay, another message. Let me do that one.
The transport minister should sit up.
Yeah, Honorable Bukari Nipe, you must sit up. The patrol headquarters near Freeway.
The transport minister should sit up.
And I'm Joseph Bukari Nipe, you must sit up. Yeah, town, your person, ye near some babo abaso. Because we are
so when I say no
yeah
see na I say no say GPRT for instead of so omo ntimi ma the pressure because e call at the mom what you say
yes
but your issue ni say ayalolo passes
come time wa aban we
say ya me there say
yes
between your pa nana from anopa 10 e could do around 2 ma into
me too. Yes,
those rush hour no.
The omunyama a private trotro for no almost on running.
Inti about 5.
I know matching. Oh 4, kwame 5.
Make enemy okay say both your omo ya na match ne.
Yes.
Enemy. Inti about inti amache de no.
Yes.
Na mo se metro mass 50 kum.
Agum. No mo boa.
So ti ase.
Inti abo enwumre be 5 ko no a no ma san release be 50 or 100.
Odoko na o ba dakoma ho a.
Yeah.
Ekwan no so align. Idu anopa omo mfiri
very serious. Very serious.
Hey, na boko sekla.
Hona ka me be.
Sina ebetimi to line
na book off. Ese ko 37. Hey. Na kola pass. Krofo ejina kwa ho bre. Omo ekọ kaso akra de chale misu ompa.
Sina serious.
Apart from that and so no say traffic system in Ghana to the be na traffic light asay ni ade. Eti wukura wase anya car no. Afi na asan be di traffic. Say then ube enti
sina ube do fie no. Ube do fie.
Oh, Charlie.
Oh yes.
Yes, stress on my life. 80 onu ni age no.
Because we gina ho 2 hours and so benya car.
Yes.
No sat na car mu trotro mu 3 hours.
3 hours. And no crowd be kakra because unim say 7 cities say anadwo nti adwo. 17 cities.
Unim dey say drivers for no here. Say no omo bono thought by thought. nti offer from Dankwa to Circle now from Circle to Kaneshi Kaneshi to Odoko to Malam Junction Malam Junction to can saying Old Barrier to Kaswa Sanomoyeno
okay
it in another way
yes
buyen
oba ye ho no mo a yiti me family ne do abesi kotunse ne afa kotunse na omo de waba bedu sa payment ne afa se payment ne do waba bedu amasaman oba krawo no afa amasaman no de akodu barrier no afa barrier oso ko St John's no afa St John's oso kwa achimota udu achimota oso ko Circle udu Circle oso kwa kra eti ekwan ye sanka otua ebia say 10 cedis you pay 25 cedis
25 cedis yes
kwa me ye tua bebre ne tie
oh yeah of course say
and this is a serious concern say aban you see ade bia affecting ni padodo politically important say aban out so do we ni beko ade affecting ni padodo
transport minister should sit up
that's what we are saying so honorable Bukari
yehuso
please no de yehuso
say Eko nana eko Christmas in
yes
nipa do so krum sina nipa do so krum nipa na do so krum ti no omo peka e de akọ back to various
Raymond good time mitayelate mitimi ko gina amasaman be around 5 but me nyaka me gina wasa because be call line wa ube gina wasa wunyaka me why no aya lolo office e police station in chawa amasaman time na ye breka wona ya park cars no
why
obi na me chiro kwa amasaman
I saw be come say asese
da bi o na nyansa be ne wom ye ni pani o hwe ni asese ne so every company has somebody in charge of transport every company it is a class media group na ye pekasa obi se car na say na you head of transport no na adwuma ne say masa me yi wedi na che it's your job to say me otu da kwa me tie madwuma na me yo it wo awanya ode no me you the crash and alaji aswati Kwame I'm saying say people are not doing what is expected of them
so young chair transport minister no mura ho transport minister so the only na adwuma yie no na onyini free ho
anofa ne loan a
o say
onyini free ho
onyini free ho so no so na nya ade so a
oh ne de to
debi ese ka chero ese transport minister ka chero
pa onya be na dio minimum but I know say he's a nice who say me the picture
no he nice ni free ho he nice
that's why a nice man me case na juma nice me say he's a nice man
and then
say so to us no at us be en fan say
me say okay be na a nice man sina na juma system na yeka
oh na sina juma na make sure say juma no Kwame but Kwame we should also be fair kakra
fair
okay so or your transport minister but there are sectors under the transportation ministry you cannot use your free baby fallacy of hasty generalization you cannot use just one item
we ukosia we
le go for na chire me fa nya Kwame you cannot use one item to generalize for the whole age.
Sasina no there is kemo. Ya no. Dama nana unjina ho nazo 2 hours da.
Kwame me nyina me nazo.
Debi
ensemble na okay.
Tie undi la mu 2 hours da.
Ensemble na okay.
Say undi la mu 2 hours da. Na go born the kind of ebufuo ni like
Charlie.
Stress I will
say those time go for trotra. Because it's a CTV, no?
Those time for torture. Okay. Trust. Abai papa.
That be we. And fans abai no. Abai no don't be na so me. Abai mo ma me.
Yeah. Just.
So na dey ba. So ko for trotra kwa me. Me wi CTV a. Ese me cheche. Nti na me pecheche pa. Obeka me cheche. Ma cheche because baby abiko bi be front ma. Ube jina line no musa kwa me kema ana sa time so na fire eti me so me stress akufo do be se ebe so bankrofo aba and na say me boss me kro from class o munyi me free bia no munti menye kwa me na nya iso
so no they all can say na udi line
me san benya accident no
yeah
no
so sina the point here is it's a transport minister no hwe kwan a the way a nipa egu to momo nya kam Kwame,
my main kind message we let me take this message out and read. It's important. We free Ame Nyaglo Samuel. Say Nana Otu. Can you imagine my wife has started thinking because just a quick one. My wife has started thinking because tomorrow she'll go to Accra. Transport Minister, we are appealing to you. Please do something. And Kwame, let me say here, me send I am a program, you know. We no main you, maybe we no cry no ye. Potoka say free peripheral and change mun way be an mind. Be a train ye nka ho asem. The Honorable Minister, we ye fan say obeti. And ye fan say ye kwe ni mu no ye be hyase hu ayalulu no e wo krom during rush hours. Because ye ntra no mu bi mekense mu nkyere John Dramani Mahama say ana ugina kwan wo na sense abra ye wo Minister for Transporter ye wa ayalulu wo Metro Mass e twa se kwabonten. Eno de wo abe se bia ye no be chia yam.
The state is sponsoring over 20 million people yearly. You understand? Omo amuko school wo ho. Omo amu ye disabled your taxpayers. Etu omo wo ho. I mean, so we need a collective mind to be able to help the president succeed the vision. Even though I am an ally, but people would think, say, I am more NDC than even the card-bearing members of
NDC.
The
NDC humanize you.
I don't know, what do you say? So when we speak, people listen.
Yeah.
So if who appointment na me bow in chain, now who me say, the ben na me buy na me, there be enche, even she say everybody. I'm telling you because you be more ebreye, and to the extent say, they be ameka, me ni kwa me na me they be amedi agro, me ni kwa me di agro say. So why mommy for I remember you. And that is how some of us suffer every morning. You know our road.
You come here with your own pocket.
What did I say? Me bad program anopa. Me free me fear 4 o'clock.
Because you're a professional journalist in mobile, you enjoy it.
What did I say? So, but in any case, you know, the professor, you're tax law. You're wrong. So people should.
So no, they don't have it. You're taxing.
Because a person is the post no.
Direct of communication about own attack.
I say what you
professional journalist.
Spokesperson to the Ministry of the
Health.
However,
so let's look at it. Say, wow, we are businessmen.
That's right.
And the state need business partners. So if today, say the minister in charge of transport,
and when you send the favorable preko,
Mate, a minister in charge of transport, so much innovative. Kwanya ubetumi edia buano to succeed as a minister na uko no hode bia na unhunu a. How do you then talk about partnership? PPP. How do you get it? And then you skew the process to the extent say, would you propose a banner won free baby or no na interest woman? Masa, your proposal is useless. I'm talking about the minister of transport and then the other ministers. What do I say? Bukari Nikpe. I am talking about
a general statement.
It's a general statement, okay, and I'm using the transport ministry as example.
Okay.
Say, be more as business people in the business community. No, I cannot come to the president talking about my appointment. But I would look at the vision to align with my proposals. Say, we can about transportation issue. The best point where we should begin from our road network. It's a road network. And I'm sure and I'm sure say yeah. Maybe na mitie ma maybe or can about Accra. You have to do transit 3 transit before I would do dummy. Imagine if we had an express road acha 20 minutes. What do I say? So you would imagine the extortion from citizens, not even the government. Say, who for dummy? Say, who kwa Accra? Na nipa corona o tik wheel no chino. Ehwe wonim na okacha say, me free dummy, but me last stop here Achimota.
Yeah.
Abra who loadi me say who konkran. Ya duru Achimota wo si who last stop. Yes ya na metine say circle. O san ko circle. That's the road.
That's wrong.
No osaji wo tuo, osaji wo fair. from Achimota to Circle. Yadru wa na usasi. Usi na say akra. So nyansa fi eni nyina ejina the road network. And then you off air. Let me catch me solo say the most useless entity in this country is Ghana Private Road Transport Union. Oh, I'm telling you, it's the most useless.
GPRT.
Remember, GPRT is a useless entity. Remember, GPRT is a useless entity. The only time who GPRT active, time increase FS. That's the only time who say GPRT. But if you look at the mandate of GPRT, that's why you can have no company. You can't go and form your company and make it Ghana, Solomon, Owusu Limited. You can't do that. So Ghana Road Transport Union Corporation or company, they has some kind of constitutional backings that you need to always be an advisory board to the road transport minister. Say the road that lead from here to Ho is so bad to the extent that you as road transport, who can say can you know Ghana government support road GPRT with funds
subventions. Yeah.
What I said, you took funds and they go there to buy it high pitches and pay in installments. What happened today? Simple because they lost their voices. I thought that to the extent that other road transport union, just imagine VVIP and a VIP are as private entity. Look at the kind of buses they have, and imagine this private entity was government company. Look at the amount of money they make every day. But we let go the interest of government and yet pursuing our own interests. Look at state housing, STC, state transport company. Just look at it. Uko Kumasi Omo station, Ubankaya Omo station, Uko Tamale Omo station across the country, and they used to fly Cote d'Ivoire, Togo, Burkina Faso, and the likes. They have a huge network. But enough to say we are failed as a country to prioritize the human activities that would bring money to the country. No, we let that slide. Look at Metro Mass Transit. In this country, one of the efficient transport network that I can vouch is Metro Mass. And it is simple because they cover everywhere in this country. Look, Uko they have a route that transport that goes to Ada, Pando, Ninina across the country, and yet we are able to resource them with huge. What was that? DAF, new plan DAFs now or Modibano. Those are the cars that we need to ply our route. But the first point of call, bet me a whippy in line with all drivers unions and all passengers to be able to pay the real fares without records to complaints and all that. Our road network. You know where we come from. Look at Nsawam to Accra. I'm telling you, if you have a dual way, I'm telling you, it shouldn't take you 30 minutes to Accra. It shouldn't take you 30 minutes. But people will use over 3 hours. The productive hour standing by the roadside, say Obajuma, Onyaka. And I thought that, when I'm coming here very early and I leave home, trust me, as early as 5, no, I never jinekwemu, car, say Omu Bankran, to work and come back.
Work can be as early as 4.
As early as 4. And it is just because the person want to earn what daily meets, daily income. Because of that, on that time, on that time, because of free Jumama, before say 5, no, or pentame epie
stress
and then imagine Obia Oti friends Amasamai who call Dobru, who call Trebe ni Kutunsini ni to the extent that a car will come up to Ofankor barrier and tell the last stop, because the and then when they end there, your fate is now in the balance.
Transport
and so everybody need to rethink the way at least we can help.
But Haruna, and now your driver back okay. In fact, office him say as he trouble then you see be on much that's on by short. And according to that driver, no free second run or say it drew an opa na e be for instance Jenny be 7 cities no. E done 15 cities because an opa no equine them it to fuel obey you no. And also but to say be a worker so for instance ultimate traffic can be 2 hours. Ni nyina or she fegu or she fuel into a castle better 7 cities na emfa.
Good.
However, obi so counter say ne sadia omni problem say edura najua ombetum. But as omo ready so say edura najua filling stations so etwa so mo so eto fuel no because
so when him you were offer now can something about metro mass transit in our city networks. Abai in 2016 before 2016 2015-16 who can say His Excellency John Dramani Mahama di Ayalolo baye.
Correct.
Me a mechi hoyi. Anywhere and anytime I'm in US, you will this card system. His Excellency John Dramani Mahama introduced a metro mass.
Yeah, I had one of the cards. I think it on 5 cities.
Good
that time. Yeah.
In the US, you can go and buy your metro card. By 1 month, and the system is structured to the extent say every 10 minutes we miss a bus. Every 10 minutes another bus will come. Now the challenge here also for workers in this country is say I don't know when the bus will come. So until some miss a bus we are, it will be very difficult for me to get another opportunity fast to be able to get to work.
Yeah.
Early. Now, Osha the Ayalolo omudi baye somewhere 2016, and the road now no omu no. They now aban sheda establish omu road just to facilitate the early movement and then the stress-free movement for all passengers. What happened to that road? That's the first question we should ask, because that network omu create that road is still there. And I'm so say the Nipa omuwo sa institutions no always drive their interests above the government interest. All that bus the buses that His Excellency John Dramani Mahama a Toma metro mass transit in this country just to be flying in the rules and all that. Bisa me say do sign the eka on the route. So the human nature is such that we want to run down every institution for personal interest. Simply because the system omu introduce here so that one, you don't need conductor to help you do your work, because at the end of the day when you enter
you just in your card.
When you slot in your card, the door opens and you enter. So but because people are not able to cut corners, they deliberately I can tell you because you know, we have decided to use those buses for private businesses instead of using it for individual a year. For which reason His Excellency John Dramani Mahama bought them.
Yes, they behind, sorry.
Institutions, no. Omutimi emo contract. Say Achimota, for example, has a bus. Ayalolo bus. Omo Achimota ni Amasama ni.
2 minutes we mami.
Anopa by 5:30. If you are there, they pick you, and then straight to the school and drop you. And Sana, they come back to take any other person. What happened to the card system? That's a question we should be asking. So the road network one is a challenge. The road minister Saotia and anybody who is listening and close to the road minister should rather focus on the roads that can create an enabling route for
but so that is the job of the
I'm just talking about the creating of the route. So that people
that should be directed to Abuja.
No, I'm not talking about road construction.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about to say Ayalolo buses now. The buses, the route now so that if they break, and I know say we have this number of buses ready to ply, for example, Achimota, Amasamai to Accra, and there are about 5, 6, 7 of them. I know if I miss the 5 o'clock one, I will miss the 6 o'clock one. If I miss the 6 o'clock one, I know I will miss the so that we would very structured in such a way that you would always have buses when the need arise. Apart from that, the the road network we are trying to create under this regime, trust me, it will take everybody out. To me implies how road will be. One, if the road network is created to the extent, say, you have about 6 gang of road, and then the exit point, you have buses, and it is because you and I doesn't want to come into the road because the road is not good. Want to mean loan and kotoka. Abra want to mean you see to get money to repay your loans and the rest. People resort to such alachekas simple because of that. But once the road is complete and then ready for use, people would come in with very good cars. What I said, so that those alaches will be phased out, and then the government will be motivated to also do what? Bring all those things. Apart from that, we need the sky raise and stress that you would need. Imagine a whole country, a whole country, big as Accra, that we don't have even one train running in the system, even from here to you're gonna say Temakura Aboy. Why? It's so sad. So the transport minister should come out innovatively.
At least we should know.
He should tell us
this time.
That's
Wait
it.
to this time.
I don't need to buy. I don't need to look. And not me water my up and down. Look, I felt sorry for myself, simple because of the traffic. You know when they are doing the road, the Tamamoto way, and then the other area, the traffic that it creates. So again, as a country, let's focus on what the inner roads, the para roads. We need para roads. Oh, sorry, I will quote and you just go to Tamamoto. What kind of nonsense is this?
Thank you.
We need a para road to be able to facilitate businesses and facilitate transportation.
I'll come back to you. I'm grateful for the information, sir. What channel? Thank you so much. Haruna Muhammad, Pilgrim Office Deputy Director, and Ode Ninsem Egu Honumusa. But let me read this message. Very important, even though it's somewhat different. Barry Maba. Let me get it right. Barry Maba. I say good afternoon, Otu, please. We those around Teshi and its surroundings are suffering from shortage of water for the past 3 months, and nothing has been done about it. Please, we know very well that the presidency listens to Accra FM, so please tell them to help us out now. I know about former president this salination water project in Teshi, and I don't know how far. So you best say, you best and I also heard, and maybe Honorable Mutobakilion, so one of these days we must engage him. But they say na water commission for no water tankers are a supply so. But I'm hearing say Sikana de Banengrofo na and that is not the official position, but that's all I'm learning. Say Sikana to me like a congrofo butum. It's ya say any enquire out crabim and it's bringing problem. Yes, we've been joined by Tony Goodman. Tony Goodman, head of health training institutions and spokesperson Ma Ministry of Health. You're better in Kabadansan and Mamenko Solomon Usu, Director of Communications and spokesperson Ma UP Plus. Honorable.
Hello to
you. Ebenezer
Georgia Bedrunie. Accra FM. Aruna, much I want to do chief.
That's it.
About 3 months ago, I'm a because Kayem fire the transport minister.
Who you need?
Now the Article 1, the sovereignty of this country resides in the people. Here you found your power. Last year, 2 Abama 1 penny. The 2 million even 1 pound be a minister. The minister how more money. I know I see you were from there do from where did it. Essence and me transport on me. Now I know too where JD say all primary teachers in the secondary school. It was how many types of transportation. It's an outro.
Some to say a crammer.
Better water transport.
Say land, water,
land, water,
real.
That's your fault. Ghana, I would say the air.
Oh, Eddie, I say. You need national airline. Oh, but at least your airport to air Juma.
Any land.
And a land air Juma.
Really?
Oh, air Juma. Oh, then your airport. Any national airline. Anyways.
So, I don't know. There is a comprehensive transport policy. That time I make say yam pam minister. Examples I am society and one in America. So we do ya na sefem. But you see, you calculate the manner was and that's the productivity as annual money affect. Yes, so be a sorry how much bear 3 am. But Dicky so I be Africa so. Why be drug nangasa wa bre. Now upon was also go through the same ordeal. One, obedo me wa bre nti o tumi nyere no nya adwuma. 2, the health. And Chakran wakudu. And no movie, yes, Abrewa be ofi. Ye queen. Anna baby, we are Sineduno. And Yafin will be inventive you. And a copy and paste. Oh, call free here. And be a China for a year. Your way you. Who track
for the best practices.
That's it.
No, my implement.
Your minister, see me by Metisa one with them who sent Yamun to Kwana. And would do say that they be a Mungo Chilo Yuki. London, but this would draw a bus back since 1880. Bus number 42, you say a yarn echo.
Until the winner be.
What I say, your metro system. In fact, Dubai cried your mark copy a hybrid. Metro, yeah, Jumano, not a tram, yeah, Juma, not water transport to yeah, Juma, not road, yeah, Juma, not air, so yeah, the air, yeah, Juma. For instance, so far to say, baby, to say, there should be a way. What they a ship basis and as some friends
even boats
cry. I bet you have Ofankor for their first line now the aba
bisu use yacht.
What I say abakrum. Number 2 kind who do Istanbul who's taking Europe and Asia. A corona got a fire Asia and a fire. Yeah, this abo GBA is this one and you partner Mukoba. Amunyinamu and you be out. Companies now or Muyasan, they are ready to partner government through a private sector. Say, Yamba, you may. Esan so be about Chrome Han Moa or person who minister cry, just a Brian will cashier or be better now and no one shown it. Yeah, Manaconian. Ayalolo. History no.
My history no.
Sa Scania for the backroom. Yanyamu be and you could Dubai. That was somewhere 2014.
Wow, what you
yeah, 2013, 2014. Solomon Usu, I don't have the consent of my other party.
Oh, but
at least make you a bobidi. Yani, I a businessman, a yakan who are boom, and this time, Yentijayo.
Okay.
Yanam Dubai Bontenso. And I had the business, I can see any Bepaba. And you name one you could share Scania rep or Dubai. And you didn't go most Ghana. Every year, your company, no, you bet me ask you bet me to more than 200 buses. So they got interested in our product. Anna, sa boss, no, a friend head office.
Okay.
So when you Ghana phobia, or who bet me at 200 buses a year, company,
which is great.
Multinational company, be or pay the number of times I bet you know.
That's right. And your once.
And your once. I know Mudi Yachi. A bagana. A mobile, no. All to me for buses in your day, and Merosa. And it's obviously your local partner, banker, a bed guarantee a day. Am I? As I make a Ghana commercial bank, those is 2013, 2014 thereof. Conference Moon provide a guarantee of just $10 million. Tata Munana, dollar, why dear, I saw 10,000 grand go even. So to even show good faith to us, no. Scania for us answer my HSBC, Hong Kong Shanghai banks are agitated or move London branch. I said that bar say, or Mumrana bank, no commercial bank, who say
a serious
transaction because they didn't want to do it through government. Amba amuso muntu bi okay obi enu obeho anim ekoma
commercial bank.
Be back up that Scania for the buy and Pennsylvania no me now for no diagro. Such as here, and a diagro, a quatry baby. You who you say, go and ask the cost of each buses. You more inflated figures. He said, Chapo. That is why I low in the center.
Now, Momo de bus saying, Anna inflated cost and will be Drew saying.
Oh, yeah, dear, son, yeah, who would be inflated because private sector.
Yes, so the internet best
more internet in Yaduma. It can be called Equi.
Oh, me patrol, this year, my
yeah, mammy. But what I'm saying is,
oh, but then I message him.
No, I'm saying me could be email just to look at the correspondence between the new woman because maybe and come there.
Oh, and they say which
yes
to get it in.
You understand? But what I'm saying is, now you're near about the yard running transport. Ama, I had day, I buy bear mono, I will be inflated prices, and it cars now yeah, Juma up to date, almost to be grand chair, I look at. Oko share maintenance. Say Scania for Eddie or mobile say Mawa. All the idea become one say your friend say maintenance. No more to win just I can cry. And the bass and say, yeah. As I saw Modica Honintino, that bass in any pocket.
Okay.
Inflated cost of project. And a buy, yeah. Yen to win your sardine. So all the solutions are there.
Wow.
I buy Emma the private sector, yeah, they embrim. Send your bear ye inflate a cromano, nipa person yan hontem too much.
Kakrabio beso de deal.
Obianka said, a duma woo ye, men di home, kakrabat, for Christ's sake, and for so be on my and for so boom. And no, I know, and a ma, the private sector starts almost to talk trotro. Oh, then you're structured.
And you're structured.
And the trotro now, air bano. I buy me direct control. I was a GP anti for the
so you're not cry.
I don't cry because he told you that by home. Says here, you need price regulation. And don't you know, I yes, sir, a nebongo. During the day, a nebongo, and I signed the little man. Nipane couple quasi, no, I said I found to circle to Achimota to Ofankor to Pokwase. Nipane bedroom, no, cheer more than
the solo, I don't know. Entimpanyim fomuni ade we ya wo hon ma agrana for a long time
transport minister yes because that's a crowman go for the position keke. Now the solution they say you go back to the basis. Say I was say yeah the force of man introduce public transport. I was say introduce a crop bien wo developer public transport in Yaduma.
Na me jemfo say it's true. London have London City is it pier or Pyre? Into bracket boat from central London to any part of London you want to go.
Absolutely.
And it's our boat.
Yes, you see. Yeah, sure. When you know,
Abrochi for the more family
now call London so. I just have brought there you. Ghana for the tour. Maybe 2 or you're planning war or KUSC. Me I'm missing I don't know. And you ma to 40 London now. Oh, you know. Designs are kesiye. To form the design, I 1 billion there. As a Ghana office, you need go to London. Omkua, Ombe Krumon mana, ya tituamo. Obia Beso be one say, almost so Baba Joe Majuma. That is the society we are living in. Correct Ghana for a express or London, and I tell you, Kememu, correct Ghana for good American express, correct Ghana for good China express. More Mumbra Krumha, now for I Jack and Tenso. Meanwhile, they can solve our problems with the limited resources. Ebio, buying the companies, must be aided, say, on be provided what we call star busing.
I don't know idea when.
Say, what for baby to say Ministry of Agri.
Okay.
Who knows I'm going to be bedroom? Now, who knows on the bed, man, and provide means of transport. And you go to see quite one, and that's what class said, boss, do you think about how they will get to their homes
and come back?
So you come in, and I have given all these proposals to the ministry. So
current ministry Ofankor.
Oh, that the whole crowd. That's all kind of politicians about kind of.
Ofankor.
Yes, our solution. Yama, a lot of private companies. Omuyoko free zones. A transport, a star bus, a mom. I buy a bet me up them. Now, sa work a snap bar to the Romunyakano. Don't want to hear you about a buying them. as you to mo jeje
anka company by company what provide a bus ama workers
yes enti ube zoni ebi a workers say onum workers one more wo tema side no what provide from tertiary akosi tema what provide one bus one more e wo den sawom end no what provide one bus
one more kaswa
stretch no wo provide one more time enti de bia no se omo ba ye wo tie chire no so ntem say de be for bia
ye be for more at advantage point obi a bit ma bit
na wo hono mo ye wo private company say ye but nobody wants to listen
Jehovah na me
to bo say anacho na nipa ba betumi ko ho na me suo me musa am say de bone na mo ye
ba me jamfo with your power say when you get to transport obo unipa bitufo I say when you go to the transport sector in London,
yes,
40% staffs are Ghanaians.
Absolutely, including those that even drive the buses.
40%.
And they are special.
Wow.
And we know them. Look, beyond the transport, who call the teaching, the educational sector, can't afford to run a child. Who call the health sector, Ghanaians are working there. And they are all frustrated there. They want to come back home. But there is no clear cut. Your friend said acceptance policy. Say obi ba if akwa no start free. Me the medical doctors be brave back they want to work at Kolebu. They say frustration on the femuno no more as some your mako. Because we are do baby officer wonna can. You want to come and serve your country. Yan go for bebre ebi ka ho design Singapore transport system Ghana for bebre o anom design and so didn't take to me no ha yan flexible yan meaning about how to save this country
for 2 minutes we
I know there ye be ko so awaka ye be ko so atro proposals no e dia mamu so money da so say ye ba mo office the Brianville for ba be ka wunya white envelope kwa no kunya Brianville ye be ye what is right bo pa momfa mo fa na ye de solve problem wo aban na wo te so na ben wonim benyam wo solve go for problem.
That's right.
But this business of what to tell Brian me just me ba and be the ya lolo ti ma betua bribe amount say be the best the cost of the project it's not the ordinary Ghanaian ebre. Is that the way we want to build our country? I don't know say and yes sir any problem any day so you go be ji esika so be sky train no consultancy keke
land train kura mu wi
na ma for sika no
$2 million and omdia
consultancy and the project no go e be billions of dollars so tiasi ya nwini nipa ho kakra
ya nwini nipa ho I mean what trust me tia
ya nwini nipa
ya mpanyimfo no bebre nwini nipa ho
ya mo ye too
like did me Omunya cast papa tria.
That's it.
Cast obi a sanity. They don't care about
it. And I'm better say obi cast hwan afenyo or say MPC ni bi ba parliament the Uber. Na gomo fa de kalembra. May I even the taste ideas because also munya start for public transport.
Omuti ase.
Oti ase da. Who call that land cruiser? Boa be na boa o constituency.
Exactly. That make us say me say you per se help system. Yeah. Yenye mra say incumbent. Obiara no so call hospital abritiri. Ko ha. Yenyina nko ha. Ti ewu an yenyina ewu ha. On to say yenyina be ni yi no. Ye be wu agu ha.
Ye suku sam obiara nko bi ha.
School no nyina be ko bi ha. Enye sam nya ni yo because wo yare pe na wo ko na bai bon hoka. Wo de oso kokko wu kolebu.
Wo a wo to abama o mi wo a wo so na tumi ni kuta no. Ya so de ko wu ha. Eti ya kan sa e bi on beti o man tia so that you performer be ni.
Solomon Owusu spokesperson, sounds like director communications. Emma the UP plus. Raymond Goodway also na note over the years we've made the Ministry of Transport a lazy one. We only hear from them when GPRTU drivers are threatening demonstration. That ministry is not creative and innovative. All the state transport companies are running at a loss. They buy a lot of buses but break down within few years and are auctioned cheaply. We must mount serious pressure on this current Minister of Transport to work. Mary Kangalu, I was I beg your pardon. I was on vacation last month in Ghana. The country is too choke. We need trams and buses to remove 70% of the cars from the road. Of course, I'm so happy I saw sin amount. Okay. Mira Tony Goodman. Send a midi kankai no kasama Ministry of Health. Early on, Munu said that ye bought some press bia Minister in charge of Health. Address it. Ye be sure no common. I say free. You need so much of time on our hands. Ye be sure say common. Every ona. Me ba cho down why say e bi besi from na woni down ho de ya me tue fu ate yeah okay honorable akwaba ba cho bibi abako de
ana dom ode ache yen
the radiase wadama ade na course a etwase yehunu some reforms bi a mo pese mo ye any enkomofufra minister any your boy through some press conference ye be say obibie any suka krachre na ye wura nkomo
me da say me che etiefo ne ahwefo wie na ma che the health minister honorable government kando and then the directors of the Ministry of Health me che also ejuma pa wo ye
ejuma pa ye
and then other colleagues of enra honorable government kando governance accountability series na ye Flagstaff House na kubunkunta extra Ghana for ni ayekoso health sector and ni obeto ye ni waye and ni opese oye nti o ma Ghana for nyina hu se niema ni pi wo a o catch from man's back so be waye yemfa na say your next for salary and as more na 13,500 bi no also your form no I started to your ka me no ka say dia started omu nyina je on salary aya asem de also the to dwa say agenda 111 no yenya budget ye betumi a continue agenda 111 okay say private sector every group who feel say o person only aban call some partnership no bra na be fa bi na won so ye na ye mfam boa Ghana fo call ya na be do zip line so also zip line no contract no huge contract now feel say ejuma na ye de share o monsan which is distributing emergency medicine and as commodities no nia omo ye no omo feel say omo fa niam pi ka ho is a believe is a condom textbooks exams papers and niam pi
I'm not surprised that condom need
the cost of the project about $300 million. Wow. You see about $279 million every month. No Ghana, it's $88,000 per center. There were 6 centers. All these centers, and at the end of the day, no, we share a car Ghana our project also. And no say good, and I say this is the time I say a fair contractors. No, now you can say now you share contract. No, you review. Ghana for you to be continue to answer amount of money. The board. And also say zipline games. Ghana Health Information Management System na yekase. Eba be replace system na nya problem. Aba ye nya 20 health facility really.
Oh, how was the networking eduma?
I know. Ye nya foforo pa no ye Ghana for there.
Ghana for there.
Ghana for we ye Ghanaian owned na Ghana Health Information Management System.
Good.
First one, a light wave health information management system. Company na any light wave. Until you can see it's a Ghana for it. But we the Ghana. 20 health facilities. Kolebu, also Rage, also Dansuman Polyclinic, Adaraka Polyclinic, Who Teaching Hospital, Sunyani Teaching Hospital, Tamale Teaching Hospital, and most of the facilities no. They are rolling on this particular project. By the end of the year, no substantial numbers ever call facility. So when you were exchange, keep Ghana for data. You person will be a mission say, among the data we could be wait data na Ghana. Open with data, or try with data because that is what the law says. Say I bind the big crowd with data. who here at any time ultra bind intimia and run near course so and no
but before that was the engineer data outside no sir because then I know sir as part of institution no can say at every stage biano it was somebody data no Emma Ghana for me no can say yinya bibisa and a private entity omukura mi Otu Darko editor me pato dey na moye afa was a ministry especially when
because general na Yoko egu so mo use international partners say dey be nyasa enti ade a ye go so the day in but here in train because of a no Ghana for Beko hospital now you say system or down you intimi nhwe enti na ya new system
okay
the other process na there you cram the India ye ne omo hwem now the other thing na critical say apart from regional hospitals na one say you chair 6 you use 6 regional hospital regional capitals no you need regional hospitals these regions Savannah Oti North East na hospital omo regional hospital Ghana no say the way your network Ghana no yeah referral system no, is based on teaching hospital, regional hospital, district hospital, polyclinic, health center, chiefs compound. Ain't you know the new regional hospitals no you be more regional hospital. Many work say in this budget no you be 3 out of the 6 3 Savannah region Oti and Western North.
Good.
Into 2026 no and na yaba yako Savannah yako show much asase yantan ma wo hwa yedi be about 100 acre ye eno ye damango ye call bole nso ye see district hospital because omu ni
damango ye former minister for lands
yes
or the saying Napo
eho no ye see regional hospital no ewo ho na see bole nso ye see district hospital ye Savannah Oti enso be my asase Western North enso be my asase there's a huge modern ultra-modern facilities around these regions. Enti ne ode koto yama for na enim enran eni.
So very well. I feel now joining here you go su di Ghana enkomo ye be fa ni nyina bi na ye di West Africa examination mo frey ekotro ya I mean ibianko yi ni nyina ye be di ho nkomo e wo fia no ne ye car transport nsem we shall see say free health because of course you were Tony Goodman kasama for penning Emma the health ministry and I'm sure say Oshe Juma minister airbo ahofam or chere ordinary near to ho chair I mean o showcase here it's obvious say he's a minister why ready say obeboa the health system of our country and honorable maybe say question be the last time I know say enye easy say mo be no overnight but who hear me pa say bi abeko hospital yes bed ni ho na bu hon mu a obekwa another hospital yes bed ni ho and I'm example madam fui and I'm so wu ye ni ade there na as a ministry mo ya fa the bed system because bit me wo empane no so no ne bad form ni ade I mean ntwe and there are some hospitals so a okọ hon mu a sabi opeso koyo hu yi a so sabi okojo so kra ese wo sentria in a public hospital how
no yeah bed na otua as a madam enye the normal bed na obedaso ni ahwa yarisa enye
okay
no yeah facility most hospitals are created say oba ebia onipa bi da ho na oba bibia obeda na wajojo ho ya ma oba bibia da enye bibia wasa utua but some facilities because and also acquire as if a hostel kind of emoji BB to maintain the place. We feel say bed management ankasa in the hospital. Hey, dear minister, they be our council. And then 3 days you could be or say until send the phone. Be jarring about and I had the many park be hospital. Minister on free same pay anyhow.
Yeah.
Until says I didn't be jar. It means say your health system. You would juma was say because you na na ya fa onipa na edekwa ye be fro bra ye do ha se mpani ho ye de na ko ho oni mo bia wo ho fro bi ye feel say ade a wo say you feel eno emu eno ntina at all times no share the way you see your hospitals now and just for fancy and as obi na pen na you see e strategic o hwe ne you see wo dodo wa yi a is to take away the pressure coming from that area. And can you see La would have saved that.
So courage.
And a region so Anka was say you see another phase and not say for that period you see into pressure no bar for the past years no ya twentwen ne mani p so a abeye konda ma yin Anka yetimi ya UGMC and nothing buy ridge you start here you the face na kan ho Anka would have reduced the pressure. Police hospital and so hospitals are percent beds no you be break down because it was after the holistic assessment of the sector. You won't say then we still have people running from one place to the other. And then you see the bank hospital, you see maritime hospital, but we still have these problems. The pre-hospital care before Ube moving, where have you called? Who is receiving your patient? Obi should receive your call and prepare for you before you move. But I am sharing you move here for us. The nearest hospital must save us into the hospital. Ambulance system must work. We should call ambulance. But also a bit delay and some about Seme or Yeminipa. I am sharing maybe I'm not to me calm. Namia must start these are some of the things that we need to. Because your bed management, every hospital or more system bed capacity near ya occupy, near ya occupy. Into Fred, okay, bed or habra, and I say in Greater Accra, and I have no benya bed into try this place, freeway, and Sanowe do.
Okay,
what is the case? Ambulance nearby, you be free, okay, your trouble, your hospital be ana your case be a dear one is specialty.
But CCTV. And maybe after this, I'll come back to Haruna. WASSCE. CCTV. Do you have any unit at the ministry? More, and I gonna have service. More as like more share near Koso because me, I have gone to some hospitals. Some few hospitals. Sometimes senior, yenyanum nurses for bibre jumapa. Ya mama baso. But there are some of them who send no tete. They say, many send will be tia aberwebino. And I realize, say, we you hear India? Because so was Kenya, untimin tianesa. And me jintokwane kwenye. So back here, Dana me buy me catch us any and comedian be see and sana rap the other. Because me jintokwane kwenye say, I will not understand for that woman to be treated ill like that. How do you, me who said I mean kano? Uti make a hospital be na yadi out the koeno. What the double abefi? Because of how they will treat you. And to be then, like at the end of your capacity building, ben your nurses, send a bear, they'll be loving, they'll be caring, those things.
Many the system I keep saying, sir, the best. We have the best healthcare system in Africa. However, you will nipa back nubia omonso de omwabeji system in modernity into a good healthcare. But I can tell you, sir, we have fine health workers. Also, a Saba baku ya omonso no ejumano or me sure say beto omo kwamutino the omuni tima ye omonso. But they be one reporter, it will be difficult for us to get some of these people, take them off the system and then have the effect system because yenina hospital. Me staff big hospital. When was that? I think 3 days ago, last week. And or call and say do by 5. We do by 4:30.
Okay.
We do 4:30. Your man card. Into which means doctor and about better answer. Or to one uncle for fun. And call
Accra FM.
Next new one. Last week me buy my catch was me more Ministry of Health. We say and found. And now me my band. So there are people in the system who instead of so then or making sure so frustrated too.
Since maybe say CCTV camera no, do you assess it?
Yeah, CCTV camera. Even at the headquarters, you be a ministry of it. We have it. We'll be here including the minister.
Inti de bia mo hunu boni bia on SCC. Papa ngwa na mo.
You see, at the end of our facility. Say you be pick. Say me now China me action. You know what I'm telling you. You won't know.
Okay.
Into one panel, you must report. And not the minister now announces every facility must have the contacts of the client service displayed everywhere boldly. Udru will be you be no afraid. I know say one of the things that about you be call hospitals unannounced to see whether Sanya may you can or Moyana. Because you can't there nanka you have a call out. What's that Troy? Say pay for the Ghana health service. May say Saturday way money. Teaching hospital may say Saturday way just to let them know. I have given you enough notice to do all of those things. Minister no or drink Ghana for power. And no sorry, not unannounced, no PA hospital. Or sorry, I know a PA hospital. Or person or making sure that the system is perfected up to a point.
His name is Tony Goodman, Okasama Ministry of Health. Papa, I was going to tell Honorable that my wife fell from hospital wheelchair and died while she was pregnant at Cape Coast Central Hospital. So they need wheelchairs. So sad. We are sorry for your loss. Okay. Haruna Mohammed Gusufia. Now, let's dovetail into WASSCE. Say that again. Also Cape Coast, yes. But of better Ibra, that Benny see those things so that at least we'll be able to because I'm say honorable you're interested. But Yengra was in your time I can say. Come say more 45. And you know. Yengram, yes, yeah, more frano, baby shada and yard. Ifri ano yakwa.
Nana, me wura ho say o my Ghana baby I do
Accra FM 100.5
and our education system. Yes, we say free education na eyadia ebeba beboa yankolai, and the focus ni say we try so hard as a country to reduce the illiteracy rate simply because we want everybody to have a taste of education. Say Mofrano, to the large extent we share the curriculum yadima Mofrano. Sometimes you know you're paying for at least omoda education in our ministries, you know, and our various acute education sectors. To be honest with you, I thought that what at all are we communicating near DNA pesa ye mano omunko enko and where are they going with sa adisuano? Because at least say if the economy grows, you know where we are headed, and at the point you know you will know the curriculum with the mofrano. That is simply because every country has an objective and your business. What do I say? The objective of Ghana, for that matter, in our education sector, no say we try as much as we can to reduce the illiteracy rate. One objective. Two, education a long-term poverty elevation measure. Unya education, would educate woman. It means say first hand no one man juma. That is what it means. But if you look at the number of people we chain out every year, that will tell you, say, the people that we chain lacks certain quality, substance. Because kanino, before obibenya that means baby. Trust me, the person can really prove to you, say, he or she has earned it. But
he's gone through the mail.
But yet the amanyosem, the relevance and the importance of the setup as a country. In 8 years, if you look at the number of students we chain out through the free senior high school and the number of quality students we have in the system, nobody will tell you that we haven't gone anywhere. Simply because we want to educate the kid, it means we should just push them, all right, for people to take advantage of them. May share a video be seriously Nana say somebody with aggregate 14.
Yes, and we have that video.
Somebody with aggregate 14 who cannot spell anything, at least
and cannot even get one sentence right.
One sentence right. Nature say
there's
a fundamental problem, and that fundamental problem need to be corrected and need to be reset. Otherwise, young could be bia as a country. Look,
Accra FM.
can you know international quiz?
Yeah.
You selected the best. And from 8 years down the lane, young even one, we couldn't attend one international quiz. Simply because the children we chain out lacks certain standards to be able to compete internationally. So say nyamian domoa nature say you will not you are out. Look, practically I have somebody within me. Me share great. Na me share ni acts and activities. You cannot reconcile them. Onya akuno say openness ako. See openness.
What do you mean by any activity?
I'm saying say near all year daily activities are made man no nature say you cannot reconcile the great near all year no.
Oh, yeah, no.
It doesn't match. In fact, but onya akuno wa pass or the great naba. But manujuma say onko yes. You will end up doing the same thing.
When you agree different.
Me wa obia oko University of Ghana. And I don't want to. I will show you something.
Okay.
And as we talk, me the lecturer will say the person passed and then Legon. Yeah, you need first time in Legon. Want man crossy the jeep in Ukraine.
But on the good grade, they really go.
Say no na mekano. I'm giving it to you for you to read and see near mekano because I'm on frontiers here. And thank be to God that the resetting agenda would look into all of this. We are not only looking at chaining out students, but we should be able to at least a year make sure that the people we bring out can represent Mother Ghana anywhere and anytime. And even to the extent say somebody can just open the mouth and say look, school no mean to me call, and you ask how come won't mean call school no, and okay say me sure I cannot. The explanation doesn't who the share for her.
Okay, where WhatsApp chat?
WhatsApp chat between me, confided in me. Say school no majai. And I said, why are you stopping? Or see there be.
Okay, I've quit school.
What? Very good. That's how we have quit school.
Say what?
Why? Yes.
Why?
And I said, what?
Yes.
I
can't.
I can't.
And I will say why? I will say I just can't continue the school anymore.
Very good. I'm reading the book.
Say, is there a problem?
And I said, is there a problem?
I say my grades.
I said, good. Or see there my grade.
And I will say more room for improvement.
And I said, more room for improvement.
Don't stop. Or say I can't.
Yes. So I'm encouraging the person. Say, would they call? Or see there be. Or see me page mama.
Master.
So it tells you the number of people, and if I tell you the grade that would call Legon.
They're fantastic.
Excellent. But nothing in it more. So nature say the system was created for individuals to take advantage. Say the teachers are around. Omutime alawi obimu enter there with phones and do chat GPT and all that copy. And then abina yard simply because but thankfully whatever the resetting agenda is not resetting many unkwa, it's resetting everybody. The free senior high no dear aba beye den stay nti eyeden ya unyantra junior high, and then whatever come me now will find you in the senior high no, they will whip you in line. You better make sure say grade now the ba honum no eyeden ya you must reflect the grade that brought you to any of the secondary school and by station university.
You interview Dr. Samson Obeda Apia or a senior lecturer at University of Ghana. What you say? Free SHS in Kuala Ba. She said,
and no wonder there was stampede.
Application of knowledge, Ned.
No wonder there was stampede. I don't understand. Obia say because security say security service. So it is not as if we say omu pejumano. It is because of baby ya final omono. That's I cannot go anywhere further. So let me land myself in either police, military, and an account. So what we need to do as a country, we need to really look at the curriculum. It's number one thing. I say na yen at least yen tenet ne nema enko yi. Imagine say Nana Otu, your daughter or your son is going to learn over 15 subjects and go and write
for what?
That's the question. For what?
15 subjects, or what the other?
Or the other, and that is where I'm talking about the curriculum.
And the question is subjects and how relevant.
That's what I'm saying. Say every country, any baby all core. So let's look at it. Is it an industries that we want to create? What technology are we need? Do we need to employ?
Curriculum.
The curriculum to fit in the country's purpose.
Curriculum on sanitation.
That's it. So that we would bring people from day one, conscientizing them on the need to be what? Clean. On the need to be industrious.
In this modern age.
In this modern era
of life,
and you are talking about young steady. Akufo-Addo father was the president. Ceremonial no friend. What will it add to Mother Ghana? Akufo-Addo says obey right the constitution of this country.
I don't know who's key there.
No, I'm just saying something about curriculum.
Because history who here?
No, I'm not talking about. Look, I'm saying that we should really look at how the curriculum is designed.
Anyways,
it's much designed to reflect Ghana, where we want to go as a country. Maybe a year per se, it's most important. If you go to China, look, I visited one company in China and I saw what small boy art and craft When him say you need art and craft view. Those days are vacation. They will make sure say come and exhibit something.
I think
where's that curriculum?
It fell under one subject. Is it life skills?
No, need life skills. No, create art, something art.
No, some creative art too. No life skills.
Under life skills,
so but now
it was under life skills. I don't know me crafts, you know. They see I find creative art.
What? So you're looking at all these things, you know. They haven't been able to give Mofrano the kind of orientation and here.
Those times who go school, be about the crafts.
Yes. Look, I am telling you.
Vacation.
Yes. No. Now they are back. Now you know what they do. The teacher is interested in the champagne and body brand. Imagine misplaced pride. So we need, and it is just because of the way we designed our curriculums. The teachers themselves are look. The teachers and look. I'm going to report certain schools to the education minister, and they must make sure say the minimum grader any of the private schools no be say should be either HND and above. And our teacher training. How can you fail in secondary school and they won't need to maintain? They are employing or be our failure. Then they recruit the person or employ the person to come and teach your daughter or your son. What is this? What do I say? And then look, no wonder. So if you are able as a parent to grease the palm of the teacher, you might be fooled. What if you know baby fear? No, 88, 100, 99, 100. It is because of the champagne of the man, no. It's not because it doesn't reflect the brains of the parent. It's that bad.
And reflecting all private schools, but private schools didn't be crap taught.
That's what I'm saying. So what is this at all? And there are certain institutions in this country that when they push their kids and daughters, men and women from the university and they come out to get the job, do you know those people who are just the seasoned workers? Certificate, you know? Those are the people who train them. They don't know anything, and you'll be wondering, to get this position just because of protocol. So, Nana Otu, the best practice as a country is to really look at the curriculums that we employ for the teachers to teach our kids, for the teachers to go and learn. Look, now say also UC Mass. It's very good. It brings competition and reshapes the way and manner the child will be fast to doing things. You go to China and you see a kit manufacturing company, and you ask yourself, at this age, 10 years, who are they? And they'll tell you they are there for orientation. They are there for skills training and all that. But here, yes, sorry, Parliament House. Share debate. Yeah, for Parliament House. Tourist. Look, we need to be serious in this country.
So let me.
We need this seriousness.
Let me ask this question, and maybe we hear a small bite, and then Tony comes in. National science and maths quiz are beautiful, but like after national maths and science, like. I said we are interested in chew and pour. You be some question, no answer, papa, and yet they go meet their colleagues. They can't fix phones. They can't like. Oh.
So that is what I'm saying, sir. They are interested in churning out human resource that has nothing to add to the country but their personal benefits. One, all those are science and quiz and they are best out of the number. No, we'll come out and celebrate them. They're your best doctor. Yes, it's called, of course, but it is not only the human resource in the area of what exhibition of talent, but we need people at the baby are able to make a creative employment, not only be a micropreneur. We need traditional preneurs as well.
Haruna, thank you. Tony. Then you was in.
In Ghana, one of the things I've seen, yes, it was a educational system bill.
Okay.
Osha as a Tisania menu I can chew and poor na ya dos. So there cochu opoa na we now. A do time I was a Sania Manu wears a pity into member. Now I feel sir we have to move away from the way we have managed our education for this month. Say to say okay, e bi no me got paper no now watch. E bi o before the exams near the amount now work control now pass. It is happening in every aspect of our education. From Kolano so ebedu so sir. I don't think you produce professors. You produce doctors. A man access to train human resource. But be a one and then say could see any major tenor. This is a cover Obrunio architect. You call any other thing is a cover Obrunio or your scientist. It means that your education it's only in the books. It's only in the readings and producing anything out of Nyayen. Recently, we're in tech. You know, I'm a member of one of the advisory boards. Okay. Me share a debut mwesi. Guy, a driver now them because we take phone a year. So we have these people. As I happen on what to me. So I think we have the knowledge. However, the way you produce.
So, but
like math and science quiz. Okay, I say group because oboko baby. I say oboko manya. Niama na omo ye no. Ye mo it's practical aspect. Na omo hwe ne sa. Omo nim ni omo de be. Meanwhile no chiw empo no de na eba ye bisa no aka ye bisa no ba ye de be gu ho no se nia wo kan no fa nsa ye entime amba e was say ye making sure say ye be change your education enye nyina na betimi akọ school na aka brofo na akosi ye nya some parts that will focus on technical aspects in other countries ye time ye go school ye no ye say by age 6 or class 1 broni en fado ho broni age 6 na en fado time I ready so go to the neighbor. Now you the waff. So our educational system need to be looked at. Maybe me who teacher be or send a message say, now mama ye train kola na de. Omo try exams na. O my ye trauma ye trauma mu wi a. So I was there I said, this is a teacher. I said first no. Now you a paper na ba. Ye mom e tro e man kola no. At times omo tena ho na omo cry. How? And we're going through all of this.
Your videos need be.
Now on age now. Nipa na ultra exams man on. Wabe Danny doctor. Now you do have a hospital. So we need to just look at it, make sure from the basics, you better change the way we have done things in the past. And a proper and a robust education system.
Very well. Live at Accra 100.5 FM Citizen Show. Yede Kogu and Tino. Ebiana se bibi kemuna yam fan tuja Member Honorable Amanda last words. But Stephen Ado, thanks for joining us. Wafake also Yadamasi Sir Monso joining. Thank you. Hambo Aye is also here. Mary Kanga Alu and Raymond Goodwill, a host of others. Thank you so much for joining us. Honorable, you be dinkra. Nyakopon insta papa. My name say be careful.
No, the only thing I care more free primary health care na yede.
Okay.
Me know policy na ready. By next year, no, ye pese, o ha no, maybe I will be a free primary health care. Yes, started with promotive health care and preventive health care. You be confused, you at show me also maybe I was ye de academia and mom you be top equipment at my district hospital, Chips Compound Polyclinics, and know your free primary health care. But it's part of OSHA health insurance. On cap and ye tabono free so Niama yede yeno, yede share free primary health care, yede share near friend non-communicable diseases. Out of 10 deaths, 4 is attributed to non-communicable cancer. Intino to send you a kind of excellency. It's fun to take care of that aspect. The other aspect is the free primary health care. You per se share health insurance. How to, because that is the only fund that you know. But worldwide, they say one casa domestically also raising funds and they share one man for any other innovative ways I'll be used to. So to me, raise fund, but raise fund now, invest it back into the health, unlike what we're doing in the past. You just come free health insurance. Now you're investing in another sector which is also not health related. They say that we want to do that and make sure we have a very robust health system.
And thank you so much.